Hey everybody, Fisherman here. Welcome to another video. This is Fisherman blog number 140, and it's finally time to get this set up. This is a desktop tank I put together, over a year for sure. Sometime during COVID I put this together because I thought possibly once things all got up and running again, people would like, small desktop tanks, maybe for when they're working from home, that sort of stuff. And then it just sat in my fish room for quite some time and gathered some dust, and now it's time to get it running. I mean, it's a nice little tank. It's just a simple matter of putting some decorations in it. I'm going to fill it up with water, and today is just going to be a test run. I'm going to put some rocks in it as this, like gravel, and some actual rocks. And I said, get everything situated where I want it. At this point, it's a simple matter of, adding this gravel without moving the main central stack system, because it looks better centralized. Not going to matter too much in this configuration because I will only be viewing it most all from the front and doing most of the recording from there as well. So, but as a desktop tank, especially if people are wandering around the desk or it's on a central island or something, it's much better when this is set up so that it is even from all different angles. So I built it with that in mind. It is square, and like I said, it's going to be a simple matter of hooking this up. It has an under gravel filter system, as you can see, and it goes up to what's going to be a high humidity planter filter. So it has very good filtration that won't require much of any real maintenance in a very, very long time. So one of the things I need to do as I'm setting this up is think about it in the sense that I don't want to have to do any kind of fiddling with it. So I'm going to pick some plants, relatively slow growers probably, and then of course in the high humidity it's going to be a fair amount of Java moss and Java fern, and possibly a couple other things, because I've noticed that the red Luigia seems to like to grow out of the water. So I might plant some down below and then have it grow up, and then I'm going to loop it over the center part and see if it will continue to grow there. So as far as decorations go, I'm going to put some of the Lake Superior rocks that I collected when I was up north last summer and 2 summers before that. They're lovely rocks. As far as their positioning goes today, I'm just going to put them in because once I start adding plants, things are going to get moved around, of course, and all that sort of final positioning stuff will happen as I'm adding plants, and of course driftwood and that sort of stuff. If you guys have any sort of suggestions on what you'd like to see in this, definitely let me know. My current plans are shrimp, probably guppies, because they're small and they're fine with this. Of course I could add killies. Let me know what you think about that. And as far as plants go, besides the obvious and probably necessary Java fern, the rest is kind of not really important as far as chemistry or that sort of stuff. It's mostly just aesthetics. So let me know if you have a particularly favorite plant you'd like to see in here. Some of the things that will not be going in, of course, are, if at all possible, no duckweed whatsoever, and probably not any pearlweed either. It tends to grow really, really quickly, and I don't want to have to take the lid off of this and move stuff around, prune, and that too much. So that's going to probably be kept to a minimum. The other thing I might put in here is some Vallisneria. It is not a fast grower, and it tends to spread around quite nicely. Another lovely plant, of course, is cryptococcus, so I could put a bunch of that in here. Like I said, just let me know below. So these are just preliminary rocks. I picked them up because, they look nice, and, just going to add something to this while this all starts to percolate. I'm going to add some water. And of course check for leaks, as it has been sitting on a shelf for well over a year, and also just get it running, just so that it can start doing the thing it needs to do, which is circulate. And I'm not going to use tap water. I'm going to take it straight out of the pond. I was going to dump that down into the reservoir down below, and I'm just going to slowly add water into this. and that should give me a nice quick start. The next step, of course, after that is to add some invertebrates, some snails, some shrimp, that sort of stuff, just get it going, check everything out. I don't foresee a problem because this is all aged gravel, and as far as the rocks go, I'm pretty sure if Lake Superior is not clean, nothing is in the world, because that's a beautiful lake up there. So I am going to turn this over to 2 times speed, because this does take a few minutes to fill at this rate. But the nice thing about filling up this slowly is it doesn't stir too much up, and it should clear quite quickly, and of course then be able to have stuff put in it quicker. Hard to believe, but this is 2 times speed. It is going up relatively fast. I mean, but anyway, like I said, doing these things a little bit slower is a good idea, and this way, like I said, doesn't have much in the way of agitation and stuff floating around the water. So there you go. That's pretty much what it's going to be today. I'm going to fill this up to the top. Well, not quite to the top. I'm going to leave a little bit of room because, first off, this all has to percolate and run, and I haven't done that yet. I want to make sure everything works properly. And then other than that, it's just a simple matter, like I said, just waiting until this is clear. So you're going to get updates on this. Well, that's just a piece of lava rock that decided it'd like to float. So yeah, you're going to get updates on this in Sunday vlogs going forward for quite some time, and hopefully it'll get to the point where it's a nice looking setup. I think it will. I think it has all the possible things that it needs for that sort of thing, and it shouldn't take too long before it gets to the point where the plants are growing and looks a lot more natural. I do want to put a piece of driftwood in here that is not completely submerged, so I want to have a piece that's going to stick up a little bit, and that's going to add a nice dimension to this as well. There isn't going to be a lot of space, as you can see in here, but I do want to add a fair amount of things on this. I do want it to have more than just a few rocks and some fish. I do want it to try and be a nice thriving community, and I think we're going to get there. It shouldn't be much of an issue. Guppies are nice and small that way, so are the shrimp. Lots of things I can put in that way. But anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think. And all the simple matter now is popping these 2 pipes in, and there you go. It is running. All that splashing you see will obviously be mitigated quite a bit when I put in some plants. I'm not going to cut it down too much. I do like that bubbling spring-like concept, and I'll probably definitely leave at least one of them running full tilt like that. So there you go. That is it. Well, besides arranging these things so it looks nicer, yeah, they're just dumped in here for now. Well, I'll move it around, put some plants in, and pick some driftwood, and like I said, next few weeks at least, it should be part of my Sunday vlog. So if you like this sort of thing, tune in and leave comments. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.